He heard there was a bumper crop. In Clarksville, there's an ice storm warning in effect Wednesday, February 10th, 6 p.m. to Thursday, February 11th, 6 p.m. This evening, you can look for freezing rain, with temperatures around 31 degrees Fahrenheit. By the way, I can help you celebrate birthdays. Would you like to hear some ideas for birthday themes?
Clarksville Mayor Joe Pitts proposes a $462 million in road improvements and has 3 ideas to pay for it, but it all includes your tax dollars. So the citizens want it, but do they want to pay for it? Well, City Councilman DaJuan Little, the one and only, will join us to go over it all. Also, national headlines to tackle. What is now the most downloaded app in the world? And why should you have it on your phone? Plus also Morgan Wallen, right? Remember? Used the N-word last week and got fired and pulled from all the radios? Well, his now latest single is #1 and on top. So we'll get into that one. Why? Also, which Super Bowl car commercial guy, a celebrity, got busted for a DUI? And what's the latest on the woman named Tessica Brown, who went to the hospital? This was after using Gorilla Glue as hairspray. Wait till you see the video. Plus also some Tennessee headlines to tackle. Why is the volunteer state not going to like what they're going to be paying at the gas pump? Got some news for you need to know. Plus also, how are your prescription drugs at Walgreens getting sold and picked up by somebody that's not you? And what happens when you, combine $200, an AK-47, and a gallon to prostitute? Tennessee headlines to tackle, y'all. Plus also some Clarksville TN topics. What is the latest corporation coming to Montgomery County, bringing 287 jobs and $220 million? Hey, who is now the former Montgomery County Sheriff's Office jailer who got arrested for 2 counts of statutory rape? And who is the man in the Clarksville Montgomery County School Board that just increased his salary by $60,000? Bringing his annual pay to $230,000 a year. Yeah, we got some Clarksville, Tennessee topics to go over. We got all of this and so much more to tackle here on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely. Woo!
He doesn't wonder what it's like on the ground in Afghanistan. He's been there, serving our country and defending Lady Liberty.
Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Ah, yes. Fell a little behind there on getting the beds and everything queued up in the commercials. But yeah, we'll get into that in just a moment. What's going on? My name's Joe Padula, host of the Joe Padula Show. It's good to have you aboard. iHeartRadio, audio-wise, if you want to see anything visual, just go to the Joe Padula Show Facebook page, click like, boom. There we go. Also, broadcasting live on the Joe Padula Show YouTube channel. Yeah. And I'm ready. Yeah, this war veteran, 2nd Brigade Combat Team Strike, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault is ready. Ready for some real talk. Ready for some real facts. Ready for some real opinions. And I'm definitely ready to party with a purpose. Bong, 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 bong. Yeah! We used to roll out to that song, Bay. Back in the day. Used to roll out to this one. Yeah. So, Bang.
Not much.
You're 13-2 in Madden, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You're kicking butt in Madden.
Yeah, right now.
You just beat up Tom Brady
Yeah.
in Madden.
Barely.
Barely, but you beat him.
But I beat him.
Who's your team?
Dallas.
Next. Next. What's up, Lawyer Wayne?
Hey, Joe.
10 days, man.
Yeah.
10 days of not drinking.
And low carb for me, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I gave up all the carbs.
Yeah. I don't do the carbs.
I know. It's no different for you, but it's
What's harder, the alcohol or the carbs for you?
the carbs.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Just changing the way you eat, right? I've been eating a lot of steak and vegetables, some chicken salads, things like that.
Man.
Can't have a lot of the, the pizzas and the hamburgers and things like that.
Keep it clean, brother. Lewis family saying keep it clean. I
Yeah.
do keep it clean. Lawyer Wayne, somebody came to you and complained about what?
Yeah, the show yesterday, derogatory insults towards women and such.
Well, there was no, first of all, I don't have any derogatory comments towards any specific sex at all. Certain people, of course, I'm going to make my observation and opinions. And if somebody has...
Look, they pointed it out to me, and I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I think they got a point. That lady that you were talking about, and you were looking at me.
I was
I'm
praising the
rolling my eyes
referee.
about it.
I was praising the referee.
I think if she'd been here in the office, and you said something like that, I wouldn't have.
The line judge, I was praising her
Should've
for
thrown
her
a drink at you.
accomplishments. And if I have to make some physical comments too, it's
Right.
an observation. And I'm just being honest.
I think it definitely could come across as insulting, and even you be careful with the compliments too. It could be objectification of women. They are not just there for us to ogle.
I gave the same compliments and observations towards men.
That's not that doesn't make it better. Just,
Yes, it does.
It's like when
it
South
makes
Park
it the
says,
same.
"Oh, we offend everybody." You shouldn't be. We insult everyone. You shouldn't be insulting people. The fact that you do it to everybody
compliment?
doesn't make it makes it where you're not prejudiced against one sort of person or another.
I
Sure.
compliment and make observations.
But it's still,
I do not insult.
Still wrong to insult.
If someone has, I don't know.
If you make rude comments about look, you can make an observation about somebody that is true, but is still rude to bring up. Take that story from the Bible. It's one of our favorites. The prophet coming back to town, and they got the kids saying, making fun of him because he's bald. Right? What happens to those kids? A couple of bears come out of the woods and eat them all. Right? One of my favorite Bible stories.
That's one of your
God
favorites?
does not want people. You better, I think God's saying, you better be careful making fun of old men for them being bald. Bears
Listen.
may come and eat you.
I'm just saying, if I have an observation on somebody that I find attractive, I'm going to make that observation, and I should have the right to say that.
There's a right and a wrong way to compliment. So that's a compliment.
I have
It can be a compliment.
What if I like saggy boobs? Okay, I like saggy boobs. There, I said it. You happy?
I think
I said it. That's my thing.
I think you gotta be careful. Even in your compliments can be taken as, you know what? Even if you think that of someone, perhaps it's more polite.
Bay,
Keep it to yourself and simply say, you know what? She's a lovely lady.
Bay, did I not compliment the judge,
The referee.
the line judge from the Super Bowl?
I'm just saying.
I even remember her name. Okay,
I'm gonna be keeping an eye on you.
Sarah Thomas.
I'm gonna make sure if you get out of line, I'm gonna, because they were saying, Lawyer Wayne, why didn't you say something?
Yeah.
No.
Listen, one person out there.
I'm gonna say something.
Why don't you create your own show and have your own opinions? Do you know what I mean?
We want good, positive feedback.
I
on how
always
we can-
give good,
how-
positive feedback.
How we can please our audience and make sure we trust the audience, right? Because if they're acting as a check on us and say, look,
Don't listen.
wasn't entertained by it,
Next show. Next show. There's others out there.
I don't want them to go to the other shows.
Go
We
to
wanna
other
keep them
shows.
now.
Go to other shows who really do not have respect for broadcasting. Do you know what I mean? Go to other shows that use foul language on a regular basis, who take people's characters and look at the dirtiest flaws of them to project. Right?
There are other shows out there, but we
don't
wanna
say
keep them
we're in
here.
the gutter. Because this show is definitely not in the gutter.
I'm not saying we're in the gutter. I think they're holding us to a higher standard. I think I say take it as a compliment. They expect high standards from us, and I want us to aim high. I'm gonna have my eye on you.
Starting over. We're starting over. Sorry.
It's all right.
Well, it's good to have you all aboard, all right? All right, well, hey, let's get into it. We do got a lot to go over here today. DaJuan Little's going to be joining us in just... Oh, what's up, Donald? The Donald's in studio today, too.
Oh, hey, Donald. Mm-hmm. He's been real quiet lately.
Yeah.
On social media and otherwise.
You know why,
That's
right?
probably good.
Right.
He's on trial today.
What's up, Amy? How you doing? Checking in on the Facebook Live feed. You got Amy Groves. What's up? I want to come and be Amy, come on the show. You're more than welcome to. All right? And if I make any comments about anything saggy, just slap me up against my face or something.
Come on down right now. We got an empty seat if you hurry.
Eric checking in. What's up, Eric? How you doing? All right. We don't have intern Shane on the thing, so I got to squint.
Oh, yeah. You got to run the board.
All speech is free speech. Yeah, except when they take down my AOC video for no reason on YouTube.
It's not a matter of, look, freedom comes with responsibility, right? If I give my kid a lot of freedom, it's because I respect them enough to use that freedom wisely. That's all I'm asking for.
Here's my problem, okay? You have a small group in San Francisco saying what is hate speech and what is free speech.
Right.
Dictating to the masses. That's the problem.
That top-down regulation. See, the bottom-up, the audience saying, we want this from you for our entertainment. That I'm cool with. I like that.
Yeah. Unreal. All right. So we do got a lot to cover here. So let's see what we got. Do we have the three of us? Where is our 3-cam? Where's intern Shane? All right, fine. We'll just do that. I'm pressing buttons. I don't even know what the buttons are. I taught the kid. I thought I did anyway. All right. Hey, don't forget to share this because, yes, there are people in San Francisco that say this is hate speech, and it's not hate speech. Okay? The ones who make the comments out there, this is not hate speech. Believe you me, there's other shows around that is the definition of hate speech. National headlines to tackle. All right, so what is now the most downloaded app in the world, and why should you have it? Lawyer Wayne, your guess.
My guess is TikTok.
You're going TikTok. TikTok is number 2.
Oh.
Bay?
I have no clue.
Could I have another guess?
Yeah, sure.
Could it be Signal?
You're getting warmer.
Ah.
You're getting warmer.
Telegram?
It is Telegram. Bay, ever hear of Telegram?
Talk about the ones that come knocking on your door and they're saying
Kind of, but this one's in your phone.
You can still, by the way, those services still exist. If
No.
you're curious. Yeah, absolutely. They're big in Japan. It's still traditional, for example, like for, I can't remember, it's birthdays, I think it is, to send someone a birthday telegram. You have a guy show up at the door.
Yeah.
Telegram for you, sir. Obviously, the Japanese probably don't say it with a British accent. Or maybe they do. I don't know.
I want to get the guy from Blazing Saddles to do Candygram.
Candygram.
Candygram. Candygram from Mongo. Mongo, the big idiot, right? The Candygram. Who was an actual football player.
Yep.
So,
Webster Daddy.
oh, yeah, Webster's dad, George Papadopoulos.
Yeah, Telegram, huh?
Yeah, Telegram. It's now it's the top non-game app downloaded in the world. Because those game apps, you know what I mean?
Candy Crush and your Angry Birds are still dominating the charts.
But Telegram is at the top of the overall downloads and downloads through Google Play. See this video application TikTok there that Lawyer Wayne loves so much that I still haven't posted one video.
Yeah.
But I got an account at Joe Padula. Follow it. I'm going to start posting soon. One day. TikTok's second overall. And now check this out. So Signal, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Zoom, MX, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook Messenger rounded out the overall top 10.
Okay.
Telegram, and here, babe, what Telegram is, and I got it, I love it. It's you're able to send messages and everything, and not have to worry about your information.
Now hang on a second. Let me back that up a little bit.
Teach us, Lawyer Wayne.
Here's the problem with Telegram that you need to know if you want to use it. Yes, Telegram has encrypted messaging as a feature, but it's not by default. That is, if you go in, let's say I have Telegram, you have Telegram.
Okay.
If we just download the app and start using it to message each other, by default, it's not encrypted. And so a lot of people are getting caught up and think, oh, I got this secure messaging app. No, you have to go into the settings and you have to choose for it to be that way.
What?
Signal, my understanding is it's not that way.
I got Signal also.
Signal, my understanding is it's by default, it's private, right,
Okay.
encrypted. But Telegram, be careful. You start sending a bunch of stuff thinking it's secure. It may not be.
Let me see. Telegram. And I started using this in like 2018. You know who told me about this?
Who's that?
My conspiracy theory buddies.
Yeah.
They told me to start using Telegram. Why?
Telegram got popular for a while there, and I used it for a bit. Telegram, Signal, for example, my understanding is just straight up messaging. It's basically text messaging through an app.
Now, how
But
do you...
Telegram has these channels you can subscribe to, kind of like a Twitter feed.
How do you make one of these? Because...
A Telegram channel?
yeah, because I tried to make one for the Joe Padula Show.
Yeah.
And I maybe I'm just dumb. Or I should just go to YouTube to say...
I'm sure
to
you
type
could.
in how to make a Telegram
I never
channel.
got that into it. There wasn't anything particularly interesting then, but I was using it before the big social media purge when they got rid of Parler and the app and those
Chris
kind of
Early
things.
says WhatsApp is encrypted from the go.
Yeah.
And what does encrypted mean? What does that actually mean, Lawyer Wayne?
You basically think of it as your message. Instead of, if I text you, it's sending the message in a way that anyone who is in between you and me might be able to read it. Or if I use
Who would be in between us? Like, say I'm on my regular messenger.
Yeah, the phone company would be the obvious one. If you're sending it over the internet, your internet service provider, and every little machine that it hits on the way through, anybody that taps into that, say a spy or something.
So if you send certain pictures of yourselves to somebody.
Sure. Then they could look at those. Whereas when it's encrypted, what basically happens is on your phone's end, it puts it into a secret code that no one can read, sends that secret coded message over the internet so anybody who gets it can't read it, and then the other phone on the other end unscrambles it.
What do you think? Type in your comments. Share it on your timeline. Let us know. I mean, and why? Why is Telegram #1 in the world?
One thing that's bothered a lot of people is, when these messaging apps, say, for example, let's just say use even email programs like Gmail.
Yeah.
Right? I send you an email saying, hey, been looking for a new mattress, right? All of a sudden I start seeing ads in my Google feed for mattress companies and stuff because they read your emails, they read your text messages, things like that, and use them for advertising.
Here's why I think Telegram and Signal and all these other non-traditional big tech apps are making huge waves right now.
Yeah.
Is because people are moving away from Facebook Messenger. People's profiles are getting deleted from Facebook.
Sure.
Instagram, same thing, who's owned by Facebook. Same thing with Twitter. Here it is. You had so many accounts overnight wiped out. I'm talking about tens of thousands of accounts deleted and removed from a social media platform. So people, because of their political beliefs. And then they go, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to somebody else. And that's why we're seeing the rise of Gab, the rise of MeWe and BitChutes and Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parler's still down, I think.
Parler's still down. But the CEO of Parler said, stay tuned.
Yeah. Well, there's a demand for it.
Stay tuned. All right. Morgan Wallen. So, you guys remember we talked about Morgan Wallen?
Yeah.
Last week? He was outside of his home in Nashville, Tennessee. And he was, what now comes out to, he was talking to a friend.
Okay.
And he used the N-word. He called him a kitty cat butt N-word.
Right.
I can't do this censorship thing, Lawyer Wayne.
You need to. You don't want to get in trouble like Morgan Wallen.
What, for saying
Wallen?
pussycat?
Yeah, you could. We don't want to get shut down.
Pussycat jackass?
What if all your advertisers
Yeah.
don't like your language? And
My
say-
language is fine. Do I use foul language?
I think that's for your audience to decide.
I don't use foul language. I'm raised on terrestrial radio. I'm trained and broadcasted terrestrial radio for years.
It's been a while since you had to follow those
Yeah,
rules. You've
I
been getting
know.
away from it.
But
You gotta be careful.
so nonetheless, Morgan Wallen
Right.
and his neighbor captures it on video.
Yep.
Okay. Then it goes viral. Oh, Morgan Wallen said
I can't
the
believe
N-word.
it. Yep.
Right. And we'll play the video, but no need for it. We already played it. Everyone knows it. So now all of the radio stations started pulling him.
Yeah.
His country music colleagues started saying, he doesn't represent us. That's not Nashville. Right? And
Okay.
lo and behold, and he gets fired from gigs. His record label drops him. I mean, it is canceled time for Morgan Wallen last week, right?
Right.
Well, his album sales surge after that comment. The fans of Morgan Wallen are buying up the country star's latest album after that video showed him, saying kitty butt.
He was
N-word.
using some language that his mother should have taught him not to use.
Kitty butt ninja.
Stuff that you wouldn't want your neighbor filming.
Something that he was saying to his friend.
Right.
Now, Bay, I asked you last week what you thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
And you said if that was his friend.
I hear people do that, say that all the time.
And
You hear
didn't have.
people use the N-word?
Yes,
grief.
sir.
And did you say last week that you did not have much of a problem with it if he was saying it to his buddy, depending on how he was raised and where he comes from?
Yep, because that's how it usually goes.
Now,
The last time one of my friends used the N-word was probably when I was around, that I can remember, was probably when I was around 17 years old, and they were quoting that Jackie Chan movie,
Rush Hour? Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth?
Because Jackie Chan goes in and uses the N-word because he doesn't know what it means because he doesn't speak English very well. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you can't, look, it's funny when Jackie Chan does it in context, but you can't say that in the real world.
Well, Chris
It's not funny
Early
to us.
says in the comments here, as in any famous life, any publicity is good publicity. Is that true?
I suppose so. I never heard of this Morgan Wallen.
Well, yeah, SNL.
Since the last story where he got in
And
trouble.
that's why you heard of him in
And-
the first place, right?
You can't help but wonder. Everybody starts typing about it. Everybody starts talking about it. The internet picks up. Oh, you're interested in Morgan Wallen. Next thing I know, I'm getting recommended his album because they hear me talking about it because they're always listening.
His latest album sold 25,000 copies during the week. That where he used the N-word.
Maybe it's just a bunch of racists.
An increase of 102%.
Maybe he's tapped into a racist market.
And is now
Maybe all the other country music stars are going to start act. It's like when somebody releases a sex tape and their TV show takes off.
Yeah.
And then all the other folks decide to I got to get Paris Hilton gets in on that and stuff. Maybe all the other watch it. I wonder if other country music stars or other celebrities will get caught saying something bad
Does that work for
to
us?
promote their.
That's why I said Saggy.
Is that why you did that?
That's exactly why I did
You
it.
were just going for that.
Yeah.
That getting those clicks.
And guess what? It worked.
Yeah.
It triggered that person.
Yeah.
Got you.
Now everybody's talking about you.
Yeah. Got you.
Did you hear what Joe Padula said on his show the other day?
About
I
that
can't believe
referee's
it.
boobies?
You got to go look at that, and then all of a sudden you got a bunch of new subscribers. They want to see what's going to
He
happen
said
next.
something about those boobies. I just thought it was interesting. Bay, why do you think? What's up with that?
What's up with what?
Why did his album sales 104%, 102% increase?
Because the media put it out there.
Uh-huh.
That's how people know about it.
Do you think his name got out there? People actually looked at the song itself and said, "Damn, that's not bad." Oh, sure, I'll buy this.
I don't doubt that if you start Googling someone's name, such as him,
All right.
that all your social media stuff all hooks together and then
Mm-hmm.
starts recommending his music to you just because all of a sudden the algorithm knows you're interested in him.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing. What's it going to be now when I don't know. He says this N-word to, I guess it ended up being the guy's buddy or something.
Right.
Okay? As if he's talking street talk with them. And what's next, though? What if Spotify pulls him?
Was
What-
his
what
buddy white?
Nobody knows.
I feel like if he said it to a black person,
Here's the thing.
I would have heard that detail by now.
Here's the thing. The video was from across the street, the neighbor, right?
Right.
Notice the neighbor only submitted a fraction of the video where you couldn't see who he was saying it to.
But the next day, you get a full range of his house and all that.
Right.
It's crazy.
Not that you should say it at all, but
And his house
some
is
people would
it's not
make
a
a
rich
distinction.
neighborhood. Nice neighborhood.
So let's clarify. Some parts of Nashville, the houses may not look like much,
But
yeah, it's a nice,
especially with their
it's
34% property tax
expensive
increase.
neighborhood. There's a difference between an expensive place and a nice place.
Chris says, I want to sit next to the, what is that?
The Don.
The Don.
Of course you do.
Oh, yeah. Come
Everybody
on
does.
in. Come on in. Sit next to the Don. DaJuan Little is going to be sitting next to the Don in just a little bit. All right, next one. All right, the Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah.
Lawyer Wayne, you didn't watch it. Bet you watched it.
Mm-hmm.
There was a car commercial, celebrity driving a car. It was actually one of those woke commercials. Well, the guy, superstar, DUI.
Mm.
Do you know who it was, Bay?
No, I don't.
Bruce Springsteen.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Bruce Springsteen, the boss. The boss. He was in that Jeep commercial, the one about, oh, you got to be in the middle. The guy that plays only Democrat and liberal parties, right? The guy that's saying we got to be in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Was he driving in the middle of the road instead of on the right side?
Lawyer Wayne. Well, yeah, he was in that Jeep commercial that aired Sunday for the Super Bowl. Well, he's facing charges including driving while intoxicated that stem from a traffic-related arrest.
Crossing the middle lane.
That was in New Jersey too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just to give you a heads up on that one. But moving forward, okay. Check this out. I'm sure you've heard of this story. The lady that ran out of hairspray and decided to use Gorilla Glue instead. Have you heard much about this story, Lawyer Wayne?
Only you mentioning it.
Okay, Bay?
Yeah.
You haven't seen the videos or anything?
Only from you.
Okay, so there's this lady, Tessica Brown. I saw her trending on Twitter. I go, what's this? And then I saw Gorilla Glue trending.
Nice.
And so this TikToker, you know what? I'll just play the video.
Okay.
We'll just go to the video here. Right, Donald? That's right. Play that video. Oh, there's Morgan. All right, check this out.
Hey, y'all. For those of y'all that know me, know
She's out of Louisiana.
Okay.
my hair has been like this for about a month now. It's not by choice. No, it's not by choice.
That hair looks tight. Like tight.
Yeah.
When I do my hair, I like to, finish it off with the little Got to Be glue spray. Just to keep it in place. Well, I didn't have any more Got to Be glue spray, so I used this.
Gorilla Glue spray.
Bad idea. Y'all, look. My hair, it don't move. You hear what I'm telling you? It don't move.
And when a person claps, especially a black person, when they clap, listen to me. Right.
Wash my hair 15 times, and it don't move. Stiff wear. Woo! My hair. So I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if you ever run out of Got to Be glue spray, don't ever use this unless you want your hair to be like that.
Okay, forever. So, get this.
Okay.
A month goes by.
And it's still like that.
Nothing moves. She had to go to the hospital to replace her hair pretty much. So this past weekend, this TikToker, she went to the emergency room in Louisiana. And she documented her trip, of course, via social media.
I'd imagine she lost her hair. And if that braid's real, that's a tragic loss of years worth of growth.
She wanted to see how she can safely remove the Gorilla Glue from her hair. And after she left, she returned home to use the items that she received from the hospital. She then went to TikTok to give her fans a brief look at her recovery process and how that was going on. Well, it didn't work. Okay? And she's got to get surgery.
Uh-oh.
She's got to get surgery. She started a GoFundMe. She was asking for $1,500. Do you know how much? You know how much Tessica made?
Okay.
Wait. First of all, would you pay? Would you give her money after this?
No.
This person uses Gorilla Glue as instead of hairspray.
No.
Bay, would you give her money?
No.
Well, she was asking for $1,500. She's now got $19,000.
And have we seen the receipts? Are we sure this is
I see that I'm on the
this is real?
GoFundMe right now.
I mean, I see the video. It looks like, she says she put Gorilla Glue in her hair.
Right. Well, here.
I was expecting a glued up mess. It looks nice.
Well, now TMZ is covering it,
Okay.
and here she is going to the.
Well, TMZ has some good investigative journalists, so if
So
they
na-
say it's real.
Now she's going into the hospital.
Okay.
Okay, this is in Los Angeles, I believe. So I'm guessing she used some of that GoFundMe money to go to the hospital in L.A. where surgeons are waiting to operate.
Okay.
Yeah, she touched down at LAX.
What kind of surgery are we talking about here?
Like this is this morning. She touched down and she's in L.A.
Okay.
All right, and she's going to see the Beverly Hills doctor who says he can fix her rock solid hair with a lengthy procedure. Yeah, she got that hairdo under the hoodie. You can see it in the picture. If you're listening to audio, check out the video on the Facebook page. Click like, subscribe on YouTube. And it's, I don't know. But they said he's offering to perform a $12,500 procedure for free. She should give all that money back then. If this guy's going to do the procedure for free. Yeah. Interesting. I wish her luck, though, okay? I'm sure it's painful, but that's stupid. That's stupid to put Gorilla Glue in your hair. I don't know. I wish her luck. I wish her well, and I'll tell you, I'll pray for you. Bay?
Hope she okay.
Hope she's okay. Lawyer Wayne?
Yeah, I hope she's okay too.
Unreal. It's just stupid.
That's crazy, though. Super glue.
Super glue.
No.
Gorilla Glue.
At that.
Right. Joseph McKay says, and you can't fix stupid. Yeah, and you're right, Chris. Follicle replacement surgery is what they're going to have to do.
Ow.
That's what she's going to have to have.
I guess
What's up, DaJuan and Little? How you doing? Have a seat. Have a seat, DaJuan. Yeah, absolutely. We just got. We're currently talking about the lady that used the Gorilla Glue.
For her
Yeah, I
hair.
saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? She's in L.A. right now.
Yeah, what's crazy is she's also going to sue Gorilla Glue.
Well, you go.
Is she really?
You get a bottle of
Yeah,
Gorilla
I
Glue, and you see a warning on it. It says, "Warning: not for use as a hair product." And you think to yourself, why are they putting stupid labels on things now?
I don't-
This is why.
It is why. This is exactly why.
Well,
One person. And
the Gorilla Glue did put out a statement. Here, let me get DaJuan in there. Where are you, DaJuan?
I know there is a hair
there's
product
the
called
Donald.
Gorilla
You're next to the
Snot.
Donald. You see that?
Yeah.
Where are you? There we go. Okay, well, we'll use that for now. Right, Donald? Okay, so Gorilla Glue, they put this statement out. We are sorry to hear about the unfortunate incident that Ms. Brown experienced using our spray adhesive on her hair. We are glad to see in her recent video that Ms. Brown has received medical treatment from her local medical facility and wish her the best. She's in L.A. today to get surgery,
Yeah.
hair follicle replacement.
Yeah, it was a plastic surgeon is volunteering to do it for
For
free.
free. But, okay, she's raised $19,000 on a GoFundMe. Should she give it back?
I mean, the GoFundMe, I would say, she'll probably get paid from other stuff. There'll be some advertising deals, I'm pretty sure.
I ain't giving her diddly.
I mean, Gorilla Glue might work out an advertising deal with her, so strong a host,
If Gorilla Glue wants to really step up their PR game on this, she will be in the next Super Bowl commercial for next year for Gorilla Glue. Right?
Or else she'll be in some kind of hair product commercial or something.
Oh, my God.
Glue stuck in your hair, use Nair.
There was this one guy. His sister. He uses the Nair body wash for manscaping.
They make body.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I used it once. It's pretty good. And his sister was staying over or something, and she used it.
Was
shampoo? Not good. Ooh. Yeah, she thought it was shampoo.
Oh.
Nasty.
Oh, that's funny and messed up at the same time.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Well, let us know what you think. Okay, let's move forward. DaJuan Little has made it in studio. Let's get into it because
the one and only.
The one and only. All right. Coming up. Check this out. Yeah, some Tennessee headlines to tackle. We'll get into that. But next, I want to go straight into DaJuan Little. Let me rephrase that. I want to get into it with DaJuan Little, city council member. Now, we got two topics I want to talk about. One is, yes, you got almost $500 million that could potentially be going into roads, sidewalks, bridges, so many different projects that has to do with transportation. And yes, the Mayor Joe Pitts, he made a couple proposals on how to pay for it. Well, the people want it, but do they want to pay for it? DaJuan Little, he's got the information. Plus, on top of it, we still got questions about what went down with the Roxy Regional Theater building. Maybe DaJuan can help fill us in. Yeah, the one and only. He's next on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
Lawyer Wayne. Check me out at lawyerwayne.com and check me out on TikTok at Lawyer Wayne. You're listening to the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
Waterdogs, Scuba and Safety. There's a whole world to discover underwater, and at Waterdogs Scuba and Safety, they're here to help you explore it. Veteran and locally owned, and whether you're already an expert diver or beginner seeking adventure, Waterdogs offers private and scheduled dive trainings for all ages. Get those kids, but no dogs. Go check out their Facebook page. Look at their underwater videos. 681 North Spring Street, downtown Clarksville. Go say hello to Rich and Cecil and the team at Waterdogs Scuba and Safety. The following is a paid advertisement for legal services.
Hello, Clarksville. Lawyer Wayne here. Yes, I am a real lawyer, and yes, I have 9 kids. Do you know what the number one complaint about lawyers is? It's not how much they cost or even how good a job they do. It's that they don't return phone calls. Well, if you go to lawyerwayne.com, I've got my cell phone number on there. You put it in your phone, and if you need a lawyer, text me. You can come down to my office at 120 South 2nd Street. We can talk about your case. I offer free consultations. Know your rights, know your options. lawyerwayne.com.
Salutations. This is Casey Bryant with Local Clarksville. Don't forget to download our app to find local places to eat, shop, and play. You're listening to the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
Man, this was supposed to be in the music we were supposed to use when we were talking about Morgan Wallen, by the way.
That was it.
Yeah.
Couldn't find it.
Well, it was all discombobulated. Ain't no like the one I got. I get it.
Yeah.
Unreal. Clarksville Mayor Joe Pitts, he proposes $462 million in road improvements. And it has 3 tax ideas to pay for it all. So the citizens want it, right? But do they want to pay for it? Well, City Councilman DaJuan Little, he joins us to go over it all. And plus, let's get into the Roxy Regional Theater, the purchasing of the building. But is it really the purchasing of the company? And why did they not vote for the leasing prior to the purchasing of the building? Ooh. Sorry, I didn't mean to blindside you with these.
No, you're good. You're good. These things that people are asking and wanting to find out anyways.
That's right. We're going to cover it now on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely. Make sure to hit that subscribe notification bell. Also, make sure to like, leave your comments, ask your questions. Definitely ask your questions. And help us out by sharing this video. Thank you. All right. Let's see. We got DaJuan Little, City Council, Ward 3. No, you do your thing. I mean, he's the coolest dressed in politics. That's for damn sure.
Tangi's going to be mad.
Oh, hey, listen. Tangi Smith, County Commissioner Tangi Smith, she may be the best dressed in the county commission.
You say in politics, so that's why I'm saying.
But DaJuan Little is the best dressed in our area's politics.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate that.
Of course. I mean, here I could show you the videos for crying out loud. Nah, we'll get into that later. We'll just take our word for it. The guy goes in there. He's got the jacket. He's got no tie. He's got the button opened up.
I'm trying to be comfortable.
He uses nair on his chest. You can tell.
Yeah.
Is that true? Do you manscape?
I do manscape.
Okay.
I like to be, it adds definition.
Yeah.
No hair blocking any of the definition.
Lawyer Wayne, is that approved what I just asked?
That's all right.
Okay. Lawyer Wayne. Somebody complained to Lawyer Wayne that I was talking about my observation on a beautiful woman, and they came to Lawyer Wayne and complained.
Well, I mean, we're talking about manscaping. You're a man. I'm a man.
Yeah.
Manscaping is I feel like that's a politically correct term because you don't know, you mean anything, everything from beard to hair everywhere. Manscaping. Ooh.
Remember we did the pectoral off.
We did. I heard a lot of people still talk about that.
That's right. That's right. All the ladies that complain about us. All right. Well, let's start off with almost $500 million.
Yes.
Okay. This is recent. And yeah, please just be honest with us. Hang out with us as you always do. I mean, I never second your credibility. You're such a cool stand-up guy, DaJuan Little. And if you want to contact him and send him some information or questions, all of his stuff is on the City of Clarksville website, and we have that link right here in this audio and video feed. All right, so check this out. Clarksville Mayor Joe Pitts proposes $462 million in road improvements and has 3 tax ideas to pay for it. So the citizens want it, right? But do they want to pay for it? Thank God City Councilman DaJuan Little's here to explain it all. So yesterday, Clarksville Mayor Joe Pitts, who's coming on the show next week, by the way, I'm looking forward to that. He presented this $462 million traffic plan to the city council members. This was at a special session?
Yes, special session.
So you didn't even know what was happening until you got like a phone call? Is that how that special session works?
No, because special sessions, because it's still something that the public has to know about, and since we're going to be debating and stuff like that, and we're presenting different ideas, there still has to be adequate notice placed out for us and the public to know about it too.
Now, the Transportation 2020 Plus Strategy is what it's called. It's a document designed to guide transportation decisions within the fiscal this city budget that we're dealing with. Now, the mayor said that this is only the first version and is nowhere from being final.
Yes.
Right? Is that accurate?
Yes.
All right. So the proposal includes roads, sidewalks, and some other infrastructure upgrades for Clarksville drivers and pedestrians. All right, so first, we'll get into this one first. Some of the already funded projects that include upcoming expansions to Rossview, thank God. All right, that's the Exit 8 area, Rossview Road, Whitfield Road.
Yes.
Whitfield, that's over 101st, right? 101st Parkway?
It's over 101st. They got some – that is already kind of approved, and the money's already set aside for that one. We're just kind of waiting for some different things to get settled before we can start the road improvements there.
And what they want to do on Whitfield, did you guys hear about this one? They want to put in our first roundabout.
Oh, boy.
Do you know what a roundabout is?
I do.
I don't know about this, by the way. I'm a little skeptical on a roundabout.
I would say from the roundabouts I've been around, and especially with that area and how congested it is, not much space for different things to go on, but I'm okay with the roundabout idea.
Here's the roundabout. Take a look at this. All right, so here is the intersection of Whitfield and 101st Parkway. That's over by, there's a Walmart right over here, okay? They got this shopping complex over here. I guess they're using this old Google Earth map, whatever, as a help, but see how it would work? And if you want to see the video we're seeing, definitely check out the Joe Padula Show video feed on the Facebook page and the Joe Padula Show YouTube channel. Let me tell you something. I don't know.
Not for Clarksville.
My understanding is roundabouts are pretty common in
Jersey,
Europe, other states, and if it's something everybody's grown up with and knows the rules of.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
when you've been driving your entire life and run into a roundabout for the first. I remember the first time I ever came to a roundabout. Never seen one before, and what am I doing here? Who's got the right of way? It's just.
That's like on Fort Campbell, though. That's like on.
I'll tell you, people are, and 101st Parkway, okay? You're flying. They're flying on 101st Parkway. They're doing what?
65.
65.
They're out there.
70. And then all of a sudden, you gotta slow down because you're yielding with
you
the
gotta
roundabout.
go slow through a round. That's the key. Roundabouts, if everybody's moving real slow, it's fine.
Number one thing in Clarksville, when people come to a yield, they completely stop.
So this really is for 101st Parkway and Whitfield?
Yeah, right there, like past that Walmart area and stuff
Yes,
like that.
the local one, the food. What do they call
little
those?
neighborhood market.
That's the one.
But
Yeah.
so I would say the biggest thing with that one is I see the need for a roundabout because if you ever go by there, you'll notice around rush hour time, there's cars literally lined into the intersection, still trying to.
I hear you. I hear you. But again, it's
something.
this roundabout.
The question is,
it's
does a
gonna be bad.
roundabout make the traffic flow better, faster, smoother than a traditional intersection?
Not only on intersections that you have, like in Jersey, our roundabouts or their roundabouts. Clarksville's my home now. Just don't want those taxes to keep going up. That's why we're talking about this stuff.
Right.
Okay. The roundabouts are on roads that are 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Now I have seen a roundabout in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it's in.
No, I
It's the high volume of
if
speed
it's
I'm concerned about.
light volume, low speed, roundabout, great. You don't have to wait on red lights and stuff. But and also it's an adjustment factor because imagine you've been driving your whole life, you've never seen a red light before. You come to your first red light, and you got to remember who's all right. Go on green. It's that people get confused. I'm sure we'll get used to it if they put one in. But
no, not it. Listen, if you're doing 55, okay, and Whitfield, they're when they're coming from the opposite side of Walmart and Whitfield, they're doing 30, 40 miles an hour, maybe even more.
There's going to be accidents. The question, what is an accident going to do? How does it clog up a roundabout? I don't know.
All right. Well, I want to know how much that costs because maybe we can lower the overall package by not doing that. That's just one proposal that maybe you could bring to the table.
Well,
can I go with you at the next meeting?
I don't think we're allowing the public in.
Press. I'll put in a press pass.
You might be able to get a press pass.
Yeah.
Because my question for this kind of thing is, what about one of those ramps that goes over the road?
Yeah.
So you get the road under, the road over, and
of
the
course.
exits.
Absolutely.
But that's more expensive.
That might be more expensive.
Oh, they guarantee it's more
absolutely
expensive.
That's why roundabouts are cheap. I think that's why they're popular.
That cheap fix it might cost lives.
But the thing about it is, it's already funded. That's already been funded.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. You're right.
So that's not any extra money that's going to be coming out of any other budget.
All right, let's use those funds elsewhere. Okay.
Will it be the kind of
Let's
roundabout
reallocate those
that has
funds
the central
elsewhere.
part where if you hit it at the right speed, you can just ramp straight over it, like I see on some of these YouTube videos?
I'm just so sorry. I'm finding out about the roundabout just this week.
It's
Because
fine.
you're right, this was
a lot of
approved
people
a while
didn't-
ago.
A lot of people were unsure about it. Didn't know.
I like how they got the tree in the middle to catch all the cars that just blaze through.
That tree ain't gonna last 2 weeks.
I will.
How about a nice pond in the middle?
No,
a good car catcher.
Splash.
Just splash
Splash
zone.
zone.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna end up being here?
What's that?
All those memorial flowers.
All those flowers
Yes.
and crosses are going to be stacked up.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
I have some faith in Clarksville.
No,
I have a little faith.
I have faith in Clarksville too. I don't have faith in roundabouts.
Now I just don't have
Not-
Now,
faith in
okay.
people driving.
So the biggest thing is
Bang.
the biggest thing is the people who travel that road all the time are going to get the most used to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Who live in that area, school and stuff like that, work in that area. I feel as though it is a major way of transportation, but it's not like 101st and Fort Campbell Boulevard that's going to have a ton of cars flying back and forth on it. Even right now, the constant speed just going right there is at least 30 miles per hour.
What at
So at Whitfield Road, right there, because it's just
Yeah,
that
but
small
the
distance.
101st is the issue with the speed.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not right there on 101st. You're off a little bit ways down, where the roundabout will be at. You're not.
So you're not on 101st.
No, you're not on 101st. This is on Whitfield Road, like Whitfield and Needmore.
Oh, so not next to the Walmart.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like right there behind the Walmart.
Oh, I'm all in.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's what you guys thought.
Oh, I thought it was on
I
101st.
thought it was going to be in the middle of 101st. You're going to put a roundabout in the middle.
No, that would be. We wouldn't
Thank
be,
you for
We
clearing
wouldn't be
that.
having this conversation.
Yes.
That's a federal state project.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
If they wanted to touch 101st, that's all
for
state.
it.
State
All
has to
for
be
it.
on
Sorry
there.
for misleading everybody.
Sorry for
I thought they were
wasting
gonna put a
5 minutes
roundabout
of
in
your
the middle
life.
101st.
No.
Okay.
We wouldn't be talking. That's the state.
Chad, thank you for your comment, but we were wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
This is why he's here.
This is
Yes.
why.
Thank you. Okay.
We're here to clear up because a lot of
Good,
people
good.
had this question about it, and
Yes.
I was just asking for them.
All right.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
Whitfield and Needmore. That's why I said. I was like, well, I hope people aren't speeding.
Okay.
The
DaJuan sitting there like
what?
60 miles an hour.
What they talking
Whitmore?
I'm like, that's a small. Even if there's a stop sign there, I hope nobody's going 60 from just.
All right. So good. That one. Boom. Next one.
All right.
All right. Moving forward. Oh, thank God. I was about to have a heart attack. All right. So Mayor Pitts also proposed an expansion for Tylertown and Oakland Road. That's over by Exit 1.
Yeah.
Okay, which could include also another, what's it called, roundabout, right? And also include a new Spring Creek Parkway connector to relieve traffic on Wilma Rudolph Boulevard and Interstate I-24. What is that? What is Spring Creek Parkway? What will that look like, DaJuan Little?
You know what? I am still studying up on it. Also.
No, it's all good. That's why this is all brand new and fresh. We just have questions.
Yeah. And
I'm actually looking. Cause I've been going over it and looking through it, and we've been
so where's
making
this
our
at?
own. It's
I'm
over
trying to look at my
so,
map here.
So over on Tylertown, you know where Tylertown is, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Which I've traveled Oakland Ridge plenty of times. So if you were to, I'm trying to think the easiest way to think about it, getting it there.
Tylertown and what?
It's like Tylertown, Oakland Road is right there.
Clarksville. Okay, I'm going to pull it up on the
All right,
Google
I
Maps
found it.
here.
If you were to, you could take a back way to Oakland, and let's say you were going from Sam's Club past Sam's Club at that little intersection right there.
All right.
Make a
Pulling it up now.
left, and you go down that road. I think it's like maybe the second
First of
turn
all,
is
I like it in satellite
Oakland Road.
mode. I prefer satellite mode.
Yeah.
All right, so here's Tylertown. Here's Oakland. This is we just left O'Connor's. Okay, we got a DD. We just left O'Connor's.
Yeah.
Which is down here, I
Yes.
believe. I was just there this Sunday. All right. So what's this going to be?
It looks like widening, which I agree.
Yeah, 'cause right now-
Tylertown
yeah.
Road needs to be widened.
Yeah. Right now it's a one-lane
Yeah,
road.
it
It
needs
should
to
be
be-
a
it needs to be
should be a two-lane
especially
on each
with all the
side.
houses and neighborhoods back there. It needs to be widened.
And where is I-24? Because they're talking, there's I-24. They're talking about having this Spring Creek Parkway to relieve traffic on Wilma and Interstate 24. All right. Also, though, on this one, the one, how about this, where sidewalks, okay? I want to talk about the sidewalks, especially near schools.
Yes.
Streets specifically mentioned in this one, in the presentation, where Tinytown Road, Jordan Road, Greenwood Avenue, Edmondson Ferry Road, and North Sensi Circle. Bay, you tracking all these places? Mm-hmm. You're the Clarksville native here. Mayor Pitts added that the neighborhood sidewalks and the sidewalks being built along North 41A, the bypass, that's a separate project and no parts of this traffic plan. All right, so putting in sidewalks. Yes, I'm all for that.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Deal. We need sidewalks. Agreed.
Yeah. And sidewalks are expensive to put in. But
Okay. The next part was public transportation. All right, and the relocation of the main transit station, which is downtown, right across from the downtown Commons.
Right.
It's got to get the hell out of there.
Why
I'm
is
all
that?
for that. Because it's such a it's not ideal location for its purpose. And I'm going to bring up 2 reasons why. One is logistics and common. The second one is going to be a little controversial. The first one, okay, logistics. What's across from the downtown Commons, the park, needs to grow.
Okay.
And that location where the bus station is prime location for that park.
Yeah.
And the growth of restaurants and what's happening downtown.
Well, hang on a second.
Well, hold on.
Okay,
I hear you. I hear you. Okay. And 2 is the flooding of the homeless population in downtown Clarksville. The bus stop is. Have you ever been downtown Commons?
Yes.
During the day?
Yes.
What? It's not being filled with people of utilization the park for yoga or whatever like that. And again, like I said, this is going to be controversial.
Right.
But it is filled with the homeless community.
Who are citizens?
Of course they are.
Okay.
Of course they are.
Using a public.
Yeah. And guess who's not using it because those citizens of Clarksville are using it. It is not being utilized by other citizens too. So we got to figure something out.
All right.
So
I'm telling, as a guy that lives downtown, I'm speaking truths here.
I'll give you some counterpoints here.
Lawyer Wayne, what's your counterpoint?
All right. Downtown, if we want downtown to be a hub, right, then it makes sense for the bus to, and if we want people to use public transportation to access the downtown as a center of, say, I don't know, you want to go down to a restaurant, you want to go down to the Roxy or something. If we want people to take a bus to the downtown area instead of driving, then it's at the perfect location. I used to take a bus to downtown Nashville to work there at the Attorney General's office.
Hold that thought just
great.
for 1 second. Make sure to share this on your timeline, okay? This is the local conversation that you want shared, and you want the opinions of your friends and your families about this, because we're talking town, baby.
Yeah.
We're talking town.
Yeah. Right now, the bus station's at a great place for me. If as a lawyer, I work downtown. If I wanted to take the bus downtown, great, I could. I don't have a bus stop near where I live, but if I did, I could ride it downtown. The downtown Commons, we all knew it was going to become a hub for homeless folks, because that's where homeless people live.
Why?
Parks
Why is
and
that?
stuff?
Why?
They want a nice
Why is
place to
that?
camp out, right? And it's better for them to do it at a park than where. So I used to have another office downtown. I had a couple of guys living in our parking lot, right? Now,
Right.
I don't want to give them a hard time. They got nowhere else. They got to live somewhere.
And now 2 cops are downtown all the time.
Yeah.
You know why? Because of the drugs that was being found.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
And we all talked about, they were building this new park down the road from where I was, and we're like, look, as soon as this new park's there, we're going to say these guys living in the parking lot taking up some spaces, hey, why don't you go camp at the park now? We got a nice place funded by the public,
Right?
And
I don't care if you're homeless or you got a home. That doesn't matter to me. But
Right.
if you violate rules such as drug use, and I'll tell you what's disgusting also is seeing the use prophylactics.
well,
Okay, do you know what I mean?
it's the kind of issue where if we're going to if the problem is people being bad, right, and I don't want to see people doing bad things and
Whether you're homeless or not, right?
Using drugs or whatever, or so you gotta be careful that you just don't simply want to hide the problem, right? That's what I want to be careful about. If we got a problem with homeless folks doing drugs and being nasty downtown, if we simply shift that over into a neighborhood we don't like,
No,
right, eventually we're just moving the problem around.
You're right, and you provide transportation to the nonprofits that do get funding from the city, such as Loaves and Fishes, which is right down the road.
Well,
also, that gets
the city
them.
doesn't fund nonprofits.
I'm sorry. Make donations. Okay.
Okay.
Certain people making donations. The people of our city making donations. You're right.
Okay.
Right. I'm sorry. But also your rebuttal on the relocation of the transit.
I guess my biggest thing is we just spent a whole bunch of money repairing that roof. So
it's going to be great for a nice restaurant or a beer garden.
And I guess go along with what he said. The central hub is right there. I mean, what are you going to do?
Riverside.
If your vision for public transportation
if you do the Riverside, there's a park right there. Do you want the same things going on in that park?
Not by that park.
I mean, so where are you going to go? Are you going to put it in people's neighborhoods? And
Riverside. I have the location. Go past G's Pancake House. Boom. There's the spot.
And then I guess the biggest thing is we got to stop treating these people as if there's some kind of,
again, this
infection or anything like that. I mean,
like I
they're
said,
regular people who have fallen hard time, might have a couple mental issues.
I hear you. But
they probably just need some help.
Again, and that's why I'm saying provide the help. Just you can't have the needles down there. You can't have the used condoms down there.
Kids are playing.
And it makes people, especially the ones who live down there and work down there and own businesses down there, are like, listen, this is bad for my business. I can't have it here. And I go to all the locally owned businesses down there, and I have these conversations. That's my job.
Right.
Hey, how you doing? What do you think of everything? Hey, this park, you love it? Yeah, I would, but blah, 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 blah. And especially since COVID hit, that has been the removal of these events at the park, and it's just been replaced with the homeless community. And I'm not saying all homeless people are doing bad things. I'm just pointing out the facts. That there are needles out there that are getting picked up. There are 2 cops now placed outside there, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, placed out there for that exact reason.
If the vision is that public transportation will be used by everybody, that is, the elites like myself of Clarksville, myself, and city commissioners and things like that, then we want the hub downtown, right? If you want me to ride a bus into downtown and then go out drinking or whatever, and then take it home, right? So I don't get a DUI.
Yeah.
Then leave it there.
Well, and I did bring up that with the mayor. We have some streets that aren't even on the route for a bus, and that's in the city. Like, what is it? Peachard's Mill headed toward Tiny Town. The route doesn't even go by there.
Right.
Like there's houses. There's a school there.
If a bus ran by my house, I'd be tempted to take it downtown. It'd be convenient.
And then another thing. Ever look inside the buses? They're like empty. Yeah. Okay, let's just be honest here. These buses, when I always, hey, look at the bus. Nice advertisement. Hiding up what's inside. Nobody. They're not packed. They're not full. Minimum capacity. Few people riding around. And believe you me, if you need mass transportation, abso-friggin-lutely. Because Uber's expensive, cabs are expensive. Calling up your buddy.
I think the biggest thing right now is people aren't wanting to do mass transit because of COVID. But not only that, I feel like as though, what are our good ideas to make people want to do it? I actually was planning. Now, I don't want to say it because I don't want nobody to steal my idea.
What's your idea?
Selling beer on the buses?
No.
There's no prohibition against drinking openly on a city bus, is there? Because Clarksville doesn't have an open container law.
I'm pretty sure it might just be one of those.
I don't know. Is there? I'll have to look that up. Is there some policy about drinking on a bus?
Do you want to know when I saw the bus packed the most?
Yeah.
When the cops were using it to catch people texting. That's when I saw the buses being used the most.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like I think a lot of people might have a bad rep on, or a bad thought or understanding on Clarksville's public transportation. So I might one day just go ahead and, go live with me riding a bus all day just to get to different spots I want to go to.
Well,
and maybe encourage other people like, oh man, I didn't know it was that,
How much does it cost to ride the bus?
Couple bucks?
Yeah,
I've never taken the Clarksville bus.
I used $1 and change.
I actually used to use it during the summertime. I used to go for some programs and everything like that.
I'm for global warming, so I use my own car everywhere.
Right.
All right. Even though that bus spouts out.
We got a bus stop right out here, right?
You're damn right we do.
We can take it back downtown, and then you can walk home.
Yeah, we can.
we take downtown, have some drinks somewhere.
We could take it to Chemo's tonight for trivia.
We could.
Hey.
Right. Well, the relocation of that main transit station is a part of the.
They're talking about making multiple transits to where, you know, you have multiple on and offs. I think we got just the one at downtown, and then they also meet at the Walmart on Fort County Boulevard, which Walmart's kind enough to let them do that. And so what they're wanting to do is try to make another place that is the city-owned, city-operated, to have them be able to, you know, reroute from different buses in that area. I know they're talking about doing it because they've got a library coming in that the county is working on putting together right there near Walmart on Jordan Road, I believe is over there. And so what they want to do also is, you know, make that maybe might turn into a transit stop also, to where
additional transit hubs.
Yeah.
Which would allow for significant decreases in commute times.
Wesley Grubb says it's $1.50, by the way.
$1.50?
He says it takes forever to get anywhere. I think the answer to that is just high-speed buses. You know, make the cap on speed limit for buses 100 miles an hour. Just let those bus drivers get us where we need to go.
We need more drivers and more
If you see a bus coming, get out of the lane.
Well, Mayor Pitt said this, quote, "I'd love to see buses run every 15 minutes."
Yeah, we would need more buses and more
drivers. You're right.
But it's a chicken and egg problem. If there were that demand, if there were many people wanting to do it,
I guess that's what I'm getting at is you got to spend this money, but you're not getting.
Well, these bus wraps, the businesses that get them bus wrapped, does that money go to the city?
Good question.
Right?
I can't imagine where else it would go.
I freaking hope so.
City-owned buses.
Right.
But I guess if you do something like that, I guess when people see the more consistency and they have, you know, if I miss this one, there's another one 15 minutes later. Now it's just like, if I miss this one, I got to wait another hour.
Right.
I think that more people will probably be inclined to use the transportation system with more pickups.
And with that, okay, we're going to have to talk about actual bus stops where people sit with cover. Because I pass by plenty of bus stops that even on Wilma Rudolph Boulevard, it's just a sign in the grass. Bus stop.
Yeah.
And there's when it's pouring, I'm like, man, what the?
Plus,
they're working
really
on
nice
getting
bus
them
stops, more places for the homeless to camp out. Spread them out
be.
instead of all concentrating them down in the park.
Wayne. The Cunningham Bridge. That's the Bay. That's Zinc Plant Road.
Yeah.
Cunningham Bridge, going into across the river there.
Over there by the Liberty Park.
So this one, they want a reconstruction of the Cunningham Bridge, which connects the eastern and western portions of the Zinc Plant Road. Why? Do we need to reconstruct this bridge?
It's something that be split between the city, county, and state.
Yeah, which is cool. I like that partnership because.
And so, I would say that yes, because there is high traffic flow, especially around rush hour, people going and getting off of work, and I think it's one of those things where more and more people are starting to find, you know, leisure life in the county too, and work in the city.
What about the McClure Bridge? Has anyone been over the new McClure Bridge?
I
haven't seen it yet.
I saw it like last month.
Yeah, does it look cool?
Yeah.
Is it better?
It's totally different out there.
I bet. I got to take a ride over there.
I haven't drove over there.
It's different.
All right, so all these changes, okay? So $462 million, where is the money going to come from?
But
fair question.
I would say that he's trying to do it over, I guess, because his plan was from 2020 to 2040. I think he's thinking over a 20-year plan for it. But we can go over some ideas.
Right, because the Mayor Pitts, because, I mean, $462 million, this is about 4 times the annual city budget.
It's a lot of money.
So how can we afford to make these upgrades, which needs to happen?
Easy.
I'm all for the upgrades.
Easy.
Well, here, Mayor Pitts gives 3 options. Lawyer Wayne, you're going to give the 4th.
All right.
Option 1, a flat fuel tax increase. No.
So just increase taxes on gasoline? Okay.
And so that would just be within city limits.
So the city gas is more expensive. Well, that's not going to do any good. I'm just going to get my gas. You know,
Don't do this one. I'm glad that there's options, and I'm glad this is being put out there. Option number 2, a sales tax increase. Hell no.
Don't do that.
A city sales tax
Hell
increase
no.
to pay for. Oh yeah.
Don't do that.
Or here's another option. And by the way, this is not the only options. This is just to
Right.
get the ball rolling.
Okay, some ideas. We're brainstorming here.
Right?
Yeah.
Option 3, a property tax increase. Hell no. Hell no.
Now hang on a second. Are you
No,
just saying no to taxes in general? Which I respect.
That's
Nobody
legal
likes
theft.
nobody likes taxes.
I hear you, and I want the changes. Okay, so we have to figure something out because that's going to be the reaction of the majority of people, is what I just did. Okay, a fuel tax increase.
Yeah.
God damn it! Right. You know what I mean? That's going to be the thing. Okay, you want a sales tax increase? I hate you.
All it's gonna do is make people buy their, drive a few extra miles to go buy it somewhere else.
You will, especially the restaurants.
Our sales tax is already higher compared to
Exactly. And property tax.
That's where they always put their hope because they think, well, the property they can't just move their property to somewhere else.
Right, but this is when you're gonna have dagnabbit.
That's where people start, get voted out of office.
Right. This is going to cause problems. And I love our politicians and our political leaders like DaJuan Little, and I don't want you to see the repercussions of being, he raised my property tax. Hell.
Well,
I don't know if that's how Ward 3 talks, but. Right.
I mean, not yet.
Not yet, right.
Not yet. I don't want them to talk like that. I guess the biggest thing is, what ideas can we come up with other than taxes?
Well,
that's where you get creative.
Lawyer Wayne, and this is where we're going to do a little creative thinking about increasing revenue without really breaking people's backs. Because as a taxpayer now of property tax, since I bought a home, hell no.
Congratulations.
No, don't congratulate me yet. Not until we figure this out. So what's a hospitality tax is what Chris is saying.
Hotels and Airbnbs, I would assume when we say hospitality, we're talking about that.
Yep. Well,
so hotel taxes.
He also says income from the MPEC, but that is a county. I don't think you could take those funds and transfer it to the city.
Because the idea of a hospitality tax is you're trying to tax outsiders. You're trying to tax tourists. You're trying to tax people that are not here, so they can't vote you out. And then the question is, how much can you gouge them before they stop coming to Clarksville to stay in our hotels?
And believe you me, we want people coming here. So I hear you, Lawyer Wayne. What was one of your options?
A GoFundMe.
A GoFundMe.
Now look,
if the girl with Nair can, girl with the Gorilla Glue,
look, you set up a GoFundMe. And say, look, Clarksville, you want a roundabout? You can have a roundabout as soon as you meet our goal. You want the money put in here? We're not going to build you a roundabout until people put the money up.
I feel like there might be a little bit of a problem with a city government entity trying to get money from people through a GoFundMe.
If your proposal is not see, this is the idea of consent, right? Where you're going to actually do things without putting a gun to someone's head and saying, "Give me your money or else." Right? This is such a good. This roundabout is such a good idea. I ought to take your money by force. If it's that great an idea, if people really want it, right? If people want a new Burger King in town, Burger King doesn't have to go around and take money out of people's paychecks by force. Right? Okay. They get people to consent to it, and if Clarksville wants a roundabout, they're going to pay for it. It's not a bad idea. It's
I'm trying to see if there's any instance before where government has done a GoFundMe for any projects. Federal workers starting GoFundMe pages. This was during government shutdowns. Maybe illegal for government to create GoFundMe campaigns.
It doesn't have to be through the GoFundMe website, right? But we're talking about taking voluntary contributions.
I don't think it's going to work.
I hear you. I don't think we can do fundraising.
If people won't consent to it voluntarily, then maybe it shouldn't happen.
Okay, but we do need sidewalks. We do need these things, and we have to find a way to pay for it.
The biggest thing everybody talks about, sidewalks, traffic. Like, these are issues that people have come to us about.
But $500 million, how do you come up with the money?
You
take it away from somewhere else.
You either get people to give it to you by consent, or you force them.
And that's the thing as a city, to where on the mayor wants us to all come together on this and talk about it on his if you go to the mayor's website and stuff like that, He also has a place where he, let us know how you feel about it. Contact
Yeah.
me through email. I've already got some emails talking about they don't want taxes raised, and I completely understand because I'm going to be paying increased taxes too.
And guess what? Parking's going to be going up, okay? Downtown parking will get increased into the weekends also. Right now, it's just Monday through Friday, right?
Right.
Park, downtown, you put a couple quarters in, you're good. Well, guess what? It's going to then turn into a 7-day-a-week thing. You'll see. And then you think the parking meter lady's pissed now? Wait till she has to work 7 days a week.
Because in the good old days, we'd get our axes and shields out. We'd go raid Oak Grove, come home with a bunch of bags of spoils, and fund our city that way. But the days of raiding are over for now.
Let's see. What do we got here? Freaking developers pay for the sidewalks. They are adding hundreds of people to the area. Developers paying for sidewalks.
Yes.
What do you got about that?
If they're building, anytime they're building I know the city put it in there where they build in the city, in their codes and stuff like that. If they're building a new neighborhood, stuff like that,
right.
or building a new access road, they have to pay for sidewalks.
Or go to jail.
They have to pay for that.
Okay.
Or go to jail.
Man.
Yeah, so developers are paying for sidewalks that they're building in their neighborhood, stuff like that. They have to have sidewalks.
I say this. You take out the bridge.
Yeah.
Okay?
Turn it into sidewalks.
You don't need to rebuild this bridge, as far as I understand.
Oh.
Unless somebody said that, this Zinc Plant Road Bridge said, hey, this thing's going to crumble.
No,
but it's more than just the city.
Yeah, I hear you, but you're still taking...
That one got built, I think, during the mid-'80s because they did tore it down.
The mid-'80s?
Yeah, the one by the fairgrounds.
Yeah. So you take that funding, whatever, because I know it's not all of the funding.
Have you been on the bridge have you been on the bridge during rush hour and stuff like that?
I've driven over it with a few drinks in me.
Because right there, as soon as you get past over the bridge, you got that street.
River Road?
Yeah, you got River Road. And so a lot of times that will get backed up, and then you got traffic stuck on the bridge waiting for whoever in front of you to turn.
I hear you.
What if we borrow the money from like China or something?
And here,
and then eventually we'll go to war with China, and that debt will get canceled.
No, because then you're owned. You're owned if you borrow money.
No, they can't. They're in China. They can't.
Did you ever borrow money from a loan shark before?
I have not.
Okay. Here's what happens when you borrow money from a loan shark.
Right.
First of all, they own you.
Yeah.
Okay? If you're paying them back,
right,
it's their rules.
Ah.
Right. So China's out.
What if
Well,
we
it's a
get
good
our
thing
cops?
a city can never make that determination.
You're damn right.
What if we get our
Even though
cops to
politicians
pull
have
over
done
more
on the
people?
table, not ours.
Yeah, not ours.
What if we
Hopefully not.
What if
Nope.
we pull over more people from out of town to give them speeding tickets?
I think actually
unconstitutional, Lawyer Wayne.
I think a city or something like that, or a little town or something like that was doing that, and they got in a lot of trouble.
Right. Yeah, that's unconstitutional. I appreciate the thought, though. So the thing is, the only way you make this happen without pissing off people by raising the fuel tax or raising the sales tax or raising the city property tax is you don't do this during COVID. I hear you get the ball rolling, but you don't raise a single thing yet, and you don't start anything yet.
What if we used county land to grow marijuana?
Well, then that's the county money.
To states that where it's,
That's the county money.
And then the county could just raise money with crops.
And I'll tell you what, that is actually not a bad idea, but not growing it, but allow the city of Clarksville to actually become the first city in the state of Tennessee to legalize the purchase of marijuana, and you take that sales tax and you throw it towards some of these projects.
Okay. A new product.
Can a city legalize the sale of something if the state does not allow it?
Nashville decriminalized it in the sense of they passed a statute saying you can give a civil citation, and then the DA said we're not going to prosecute it under a certain amount.
But I'm talking about the approval of selling it to collect tax revenue.
Collecting
I don't
taxes.
think we can collect tax on it, right? Just as
only
if
through the criminal system.
If the state doesn't.
That's where the citations, imagine we open up a corner marijuana shop, and every day the cops go over and write them another ticket. Oh, you're still selling pot.
Yeah,
that's going to be another $1,000.
Though. That's not going to be enough.
That's the only way to do it.
And the thing about it is,
until the state legalizes,
just because the city says it's okay doesn't mean because you got the
State
county
troopers.
and state troopers. They can go in there.
That was my question. That was my question. Could a city do it without?
You still is federally and
because
it's illegal federally and by the state. It's illegal, so the state can still.
And here's the thing: when the state makes it legal, they're going to collect their revenue, which is fine.
I mean, we'll get a piece of that.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you.
If we legalize heroin, because it's even better.
No, but it's the same.
We're not trying to ruin people's lives.
It's the same process. It's the same process. The state has to legalize it.
Yeah, you're right. Poppies. We could grow poppies.
We used to land in Afghanistan when we do our air assault missions.
Right.
We used to land in the poppy fields because we knew the Taliban wasn't putting IEDs in those fields.
No landmines
because
in the poppy fields.
That's their crash crop.
Yeah.
Same thing with the marijuana fields.
Yep.
So we would get off the helicopter, right? And, and our Afghan national partners were with us because, shana bashana, shoulder to shoulder is how we fought. And it'd be nighttime because we, do these air raids at night. And we put the night vision goggles on, right? And we'd get off and our A&A, Ahmed, let's go. Let's go. Searching, survey. And then you look back and there's Ahmed, okay? And him and his buddies are jumping out of the plane with garbage bags and picking and putting in the garbage bags all of the crops.
See, it's like
that's how you pay, and they pay for bridges with those.
And you know what? It's I guess about the whole marijuana thing. I see the value in the extra revenue,
but we can't do it.
For oil.
But we can't do it right now. Eventually, I feel like it probably will be legal in the United States.
I hear you, but
at some point in the future.
Agreed. But how do we create revenue? Something's got to get raised. So what's it going to be? And we saw with the wheel tax at the county level recently, the increase of the wheel tax to pay for the school.
Yeah, that went to the schools.
And let me tell you, I'm a man of the people. I talk to the people. They're pissed.
Yeah.
They're pissed.
I mean, there's only 4 ways to get money, right? You take it from somebody by force.
Yep.
You borrow it. You give them something so valuable they give it to you voluntarily, or charity.
But then why are we having situations where, say, almost $1 million is being used to purchase a building, which leads to our Roxy conversation?
Of course. Roxy.
See that transition?
That's a good segue.
Right.
That was nice.
So,
executed.
All right.
I heard we bought a building.
Breakdown.
Yeah, we did.
So
nice.
Last week, the city council of Clarksville voted 11-2, I believe, to purchase the building where the Roxy business is in. The building for $810,000.
Okay.
Okay.
Were there other bidders?
No.
Was it at auction?
No, there was none.
No one else wanted it?
No.
It was just something. This was in the works before we even came into city council.
Yeah.
Yep. And I don't know why it was at that price because, like, say, the building across the street is only valued at $500,000, but that's a different story altogether. Right.
It's based on their own appraisal when they did an appraisal.
Exactly.
So,
that's a different story. It had nothing to do with these new members of the city council, right? Okay.
That was before us.
Right. But nonetheless, so boom. Now, before the actual vote took place, people were asking questions.
What are we going to do with this building?
What about the lease? The business itself of Roxy LLC.
Now, hang on a second.
What?
Hang on. So we buy this building. Who do we buy it from?
Roxy LLC.
So there was a business called Roxy LLC that we bought it from?
Correct.
Roxy.
Okay.
The Roxy business.
And what's the plan? What are we going to do with this building?
Check this out. So they didn't have a plan before they voted on the purchase.
Okay.
There was no blueprints of what's going to happen with the Performing Arts Center.
It was a speculative real estate investment.
That was the thing that drove me the craziest.
Yes, I saw that.
And
let's pull your video up.
I was like, I have a problem with the lease because the way it's structured, and then
So why'd you guys still vote yes? That's what I don't understand.
No, I voted yes to buy the property.
Yes.
The property is a smart thing on the city.
You think the city should be buying up downtown property just in general? Is it a good?
It's a historic landmark.
Yeah, it's just a one, and I
Most
do
of the-
believe.
and
You don't want some developer coming in, bulldozing it,
And I think about it, if
putting
you,
up a
I mean, most of
skyscraper.
the time when you think of Clarksville, and when somebody does some kind of memoir to Clarksville or a story of Clarksville, there's a Roxy is always in it.
All right, so we want the city to own the Roxy.
And I love the Roxy.
I do too. I
Now,
love the Roxy.
get me this, or hear me this, okay? And looking at the things that were all sent, the Roxy does not make money. The Roxy is not very good at making money. Okay, I saw
what do they do
I
with
saw
it?
the I saw the paperwork.
Yeah,
They're not very good at making money,
Okay.
and especially during COVID.
yeah, especially during COVID.
Right, but even prior to, not really good at making money. And I love the Roxy, and I love the arts, and like Councilwoman Stacey Streetman said, you know, I love going there and showing my support and doing things.
Okay.
You know, my favorite one to go to is the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
Okay, I like going to that
I think I like it too.
Right, and when they do the spelling bee there and everything, awesome. Right, but it sucks because it hasn't been upgraded and it needs to expand and it needs to move on to add other type of arts.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And that's the biggest thing.
Right. Now, the vote was to purchase the building.
Okay.
But watching last week's city council meeting, it looked like it was also conversations on how to run the Roxy. I thought the vote was just about purchasing the building and not running the Roxy.
Well, the city's got to decide what to do with the building now. I
It started
suppose.
off
Right.
Yeah, we haven't. It started off to where we were trying to. I think Richard Garrett wanted to table the buying of the property until after
Yes.
we had got to the point of the lease.
Of the lease.
Because the plan is to rent it out to someone.
Because right now the lease is there, and the mayor could at any point say, "All right, sign off on it because we bought it already."
Yeah.
So
I could go rent it right now if I wanted.
so
If I could get them to rent
well,
it.
No,
they already got a lease set up
To
Oh, it's already done?
Roxy LLC.
And so it hasn't been signed and gone through yet, but he can just go and sign it.
And
So we had a big issue because we came into this with just here's the lease we already agreed on before we even bought the property,
yeah.
and then we can't do anything about the lease, even if we see an issue with it.
And then on top of it, so city taxpayer dollars paid $810,000 to purchase the building.
So the city owns the building now.
Awesome building. Now, on top of it, $20,000 a month of city taxpayer dollars goes to Roxy, the business.
Is that true?
And so what it was they were added in to become an entity of us, I think on the last budget term or whatever like that, to join in with the senior center and the museum and stuff like that to receive payments from us. And so they were agreed to
20
receive
grand a month?
180
a total, yeah.
Yeah, total 180 at $20,000 a month.
What are we
Right.
paying them
and
to
stuff
do?
like that. And so it was just a thing it's the same as they said with the museum and everything like that. We are just
there's a business
giving them,
that we're paying the money to?
Right. I know, and this is the
and
issue.
so that's the biggest
To
thing.
do, I mean, I understand why you pay for a garbage business to collect garbage. What are we paying these guys to do? Run the Roxy?
right, and that's a problem. They're not.
it was
And then especially
pretty much
since they're
for-
all shut down, they're still getting it. And I love you, Roxy. I love you, but man, you're talking to the taxpayer dollars here that are getting involved. And then on top of it, and stop me if I'm wrong here, we got.
This is all a done deal,
so
right?
It's a done. Like my biggest thing was, so we had talked to them, and
But they're
it's
only
just-
paying $1 a year.
And so we had talked
for
to them,
rent?
and I fleshed it out, and I
Yeah.
even said it during a meeting and stuff. I'm like, they're paying right now. I think they said like $1,800 a month as a mortgage. So I'm like, so now we're taking them down to $1 a year, and
Right.
we're buying their building.
Uh-huh.
They're getting a clean slate,
Right. And they're still getting.
and I'm just like,
So-
then this needs to change. The lease
Yes.
needs to change, something like that. And during the meeting, which I love the Roxy, I'm not talking bad about it whatsoever. And I
yeah,
love the Roxy.
nobody's hating on you. And the
and
Roxy
then-
people that are doing their stuff on Facebook, nobody's hating on you. All right, calm down.
So
I just wanted to see something to where I guess I wanted to have more of a say in how we're going to operate the building or how the building is going to be operated, and that was pretty much taken away.
How's it going to
Here's-
make money?
Yeah, hang on. Here's what I understand. So I'm going to understand this right. Correct me if I'm wrong. My understanding is There was a business called the Roxy LLC, basically. All right. Do you know who owns that business?
I know right now. I think I have to do more research into exactly. I think they're their own entity.
I mean, somebody owns the business.
Yeah. Oh, as far as that, I know they have a board and stuff like that. They're a nonprofit and stuff like.
They're a nonprofit.
Yeah, they're listed as a nonprofit.
All right, but somebody owns it, right? And the business owned this building, had a mortgage on it, and the city has bought this building from Roxy LLC, and is now going to rent it back to Roxy LLC for $1 a year for the next 3 years, and then we'll figure it out after that.
After 3 years, we get 5% off the top of whatever their revenue.
But he's saying that the city is also going to pay this Roxy LLC $20,000 a month.
That was already agreed in before the last budget.
In addition to buying the building,
I can tell you that I don't. We're not paying them $20,000. Well, I can't say what we're going to do because we haven't gone.
That's not a done deal yet.
It's not. This is already done for the rest of the year. They already have pretty much got this in the budget till the next fiscal year. So I do have some reservations and some concerns that I'm going to address during the next budget meeting about this.
Are they going to pay this place $20,000 a year? I mean,
as of right now, they're getting $20,000 a month.
And they already had the agreement that the Roxy company is only going to pay $1.
They're going to give $1 of that back
a year for 3 years.
And then after that, they're going to give us 5%.
And so they based it
of
pretty
their
much
profits, but they've never made a profit.
They based it off of what was our current leasing with the
Custom House.
Yeah, with the Custom House, and so
we've already done this deal with the Custom House.
In which I understand, the museum and everything like that.
Have we made any money off of that?
Oh, we're not going to make money off the museum.
So this is a bailout for the Roxy, is what it sounds like to me.
Basically.
And we're not trying to grill or anything.
No. I know you're not trying to grill me. I'm good.
I heard about all this week, and I'm like, because it sounds like if I sold you my house and you said, hey, Wayne, I'm going to buy your house, I'm going to rent it back to you for for $1 a year for 3 years, and I'm also going to give you some money, I would be happy to take that deal.
And so
I'll show you my car.
While they're in charge of it, they're supposed to be allowing other entities to want to use this area and stuff like that, and put on plays, performances, dancing.
I saw something that says the city gets to say we get to use this place 6 times a year or something like that.
Yeah, it's like
for what though?
Where
I guess whatever the city wants.
And then what was that video Vondell showed? What was that propaganda video? Oh my God!
That was talking about how I guess it's about the arts being for the people.
No,
but the city's not going to run the Roxy.
Yeah, we're not running the Roxy, and at least we're not.
The same organization's going to run it. We're going to pay them to do it.
We don't really have a say on it.
But it sounded like and Wanda. I reached out to Wanda, okay, and she's going to join us soon. It sounded like Wanda wanted to make sure that the government, the city, makes sure that they have a say of what goes in there.
And that's the biggest thing I think I had a problem with. I'm like, so it's a city building and we're not having a say over it.
Right.
I understand what's in it for the people that owned the Roxy and own the Roxy LLC now. They get their mortgage paid off, probably some money on top of that, plus $20,000 a month.
I think they had 600 and something.
So they get $200,000 now. And $20,000, and they get the building for 3 years, and they get to run it. I'm sure this has got to come up in the meetings. What's the benefit to the community? What convinced everybody that this was great?
I think
for Clarksville,
I can say from the people who just contacted me, they were all for us purchasing the property in the Roxy, and I'm okay with us purchasing the Roxy as a property and stuff like that. I think and then also people voiced the main concern was they was like, okay, you're okay with the Roxy. The main concern is they want to make sure that they're not just cut out of being able to take part in the performing center, like in the performing arts center, when if it gets built and everything like that, and they want to put on a show, they want to make sure that the Roxy's not going to just be like, no, you can't do this because we're doing this on this day. And that was one of my big concerns was when I was talking to somebody who has a lot of knowledge about the Roxy, does different things with them. I was like, so what if you guys go through with this and the lease gets approved, stuff like that, what's your yearly timeline going to look like? Are you going to be taking up all the good days and then you give everybody else the scraps?
So, and that's another one. Councilwoman, councilperson, okay, Karen, all right, Karen Reynolds.
Yeah, Councilperson Reynolds.
Yeah, it's fitting her first name's Karen, but that's a different story altogether, right? But nonetheless, she made a great point too, that there was no 1-year plan, there's no 3-year plan, there's no 5-year plan, not just from the city, but also from the Roxy itself. I thought that was brilliant.
Roads I get to drive on, sidewalks I get to walk on, the park I can go throw a frisbee at.
Mm-hmm.
If the Roxy's owned by the city and I can say, I don't know, rent it out for a wedding or something, or maybe they rent it to a church or something. I could host a concert there. A city-owned thing that they're going to kind of like the bus.
But you have to pay at the Customs House Museum to get in.
I know the Customs House I have to pay to get in.
Right.
I think one big thing that I'm thinking about it that they said is like we're not trying to kick the Roxy out.
Right.
One big thing that was brought up, I can't remember who brought it up, is like we're just trying to add more input in. So
how much is that going to cost?
Open up this board to just, instead of just being the Roxy, you have other entities on a board and to be conglomerate.
The problem a lot of people are having is
the city's not going to run the Roxy.
But here, check this out: an $810,000 building was just bought.
Uh-huh.
Well, the idea from what I got out of the city meeting, okay, is the expansion into that empty parking lot to create another building. How much is that building going to cost to create, and who's going to pay for it?
So if the city's interested in the land to build something new.
Yeah, and so I would have to look back into my notes. I should have brought my notes up here.
Nah, it's all good. It's just this is just talk.
Yeah, the money had already been put aside and allocated for the Performing Arts Center.
Right.
And so that happened also before, the new council got in there. So it's something that had always been on the table and been planned, and they set aside money for building it. It's already been set aside. It's already like sitting in its own fund.
So Clarksville is going to build a performing arts center, and are they going to? Is the plan to build it on the same land as the Roxy on the back of that?
So for what I understand, the plan.
That open parking lot.
Yeah.
That parking lot right next to it, we already own.
Okay.
So then they're going to take that building, and so the thing that's historic about the Roxy is a marquee. Mm-hmm. They want to save the marquee, but there might be some demolition to the actual building itself.
Sheryl Crow, come on. And so all I want to do is have some fun.
And so they're going to end up using those two sections or those two, plots of land or whatever to build the performing arts on.
Okay.
It's just, and then you combine this with the $243 million. I mean, it's a lot all at once. That it is. It is. Woo.
And I guess a lot of things that weren't properly explained was a lot of this stuff has already been.
I would love to have somebody from the Roxy board.
Yeah.
One of the owners of the
I'll
company.
reach out to Ryan.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to Ryan. You know what I mean?
Come and tell us about their plans. And
it's been a while. But here's the thing. Anyone from the Roxy, you got to understand, I'm not anti-Roxy. I'm anti not knowing what the hell's going on with tax dollars.
Yeah.
That's literally what I'm anti.
And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that everybody has. That they just want to know where their tax money's going.
Especially
what's being spent with my tax money. Am I going to be able to use this? Is this going to be something that I can enjoy as a citizen here?
Like what was the situation a couple of years ago when the original the co-owners of the Roxy LLC got money, and then they went down to Florida. What was that about?
They actually have a lien on the Roxy that when out of this whole, like it's in the lease and everything like that.
Yeah.
That out of this whole sale and stuff like that, the Roxy is to pay them what they owe on their lien and stuff like that.
So they're going to get more money?
So
holy
I'm just going off of what going off the contracts and the lease and what everything that says.
And that's why I love you, brother. I mean, you come in with transparency and information.
And so they're going to pay off all the liens with this selling of everything, and their slate's going to be wiped clean. And they pretty much get to start, over. And then, and that's another big thing I have. I'm like, so we're going to build this like $30-something million.
I just had a murmur when you said that. Okay.
Performing Arts Center, and then we're going to put them in charge of our brand new building to run.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They haven't. And again, I get it.
I'm fine with the Roxy, but I just want more input. I want us to have more input as a city.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's business. It's business. It's just business.
A city.
If it's a business, if it's a charity, okay, fine. The park doesn't make any money, but it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be for the public enjoyment. Operating at a loss.
Right. But public parks, but those parks, we're allowed to go in whenever we want.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's owned
unless they're closed.
It's being run by the city. This sounds like it's going to be run by a private company.
No, that's the problem.
And we're going to pay them to do it.
Why wouldn't a private company come in and buy this in the first place?
Well, the private company already owned it in the first place.
But if they were hurting,
I don't know how budget talks are going to go. We haven't had that yet, but I am not on for after we've cleared the liens and everything like that. And if you sign this lease where you only have to pay $1 a year, I'm not on board.
Is that all signed already?
Not yet. I'm not on board with sending another $20,000 a month after we just bought your property,
right?
Cleared you out. You start from zero, and then we're going to pay you $20,000.
I really would, and I'm going to ask Mayor Pitts when he comes in here next week. Why was the horse before the cart reference made when I agree this conversation should have happened first before the purchasing of the building? Right. I hear you.
I think,
and I think a lot of city council members thought the same.
It had been on the table for so long that some people were just ready to get it over with.
I hear you, but now you're, and I get it. Now you're gonna figure it out, right?
And I will never badmouth any other city council member.
Not.
I think everybody has their own views and opinions,
except for Stacey Streetman, right? She's a Cardinals fan. I can't stand it. Okay, let's go Mets. Right. But nonetheless, all right. Damn.
There's a lot going on in this city.
I know.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on in little old Clarksville.
And I'll tell you what, ever since I became a homeowner, I've never been so into it.
You got skin in the game.
I can't. I can't get those taxes raised. I can't.
It's pretty much like you're saying, since you bought your home and you bought your property, it's like I own a small section of Clarksville.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that it's going right.
And there's a bunch of people sitting in a room deciding what to do with your money that you send them every month.
You're damn right.
And it's interesting.
And I want to be at these meetings, and I'm going to get the press passes, and I'm going to bring my speakers and my DJ gear because
you might get kicked out.
No. And we're going to make a deal, and I'm going to get $20,000 a month. Okay.
To DJ the meetings.
To DJ the meetings.
You can bring people in.
Okay.
And now presenting.
Right. And
I don't think we're taking anybody more on that list.
And I'm just going to give you a $1 a year, okay, for the luxury of this.
Well, you're going to sell in this studio?
I will. You guys are more than welcome to come in here whenever you want for $20,000.
They can buy the Joe Padula Show.
No, this is the City of Clarksville show.
Oh.
Right. You get Joe Padula who? Right.
Yeah.
I'll run the intern. I'll be the intern. Okay. But no, the only reason why I want to DJ your stuff is because one, they're a little boring, and two, you need the guy to make sure that everyone, 2 minutes.
I thought you were going to give me my own, like, when I, thank you, Councilman Little. You got something to say, and I want you.
Yeah.
Councilman.
Run the board. Make sure you handle all the streaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, DaJuan Little.
I want smoke coming outside.
Who's handling the streaming now? Some city employee?
It's all handled by the city.
Yeah. See, they need to outsource that to us.
They do.
I will say our city does a great job with our IT department.
They need more graphics.
Yep,
our IT department is
they
on
need some
point.
intro music.
It's very boring. Okay,
it's a city council meeting. What are you?
That's the problem.
It's not WWE.
No,
you can
that's
sell
the problem.
ads.
That's why nobody's watching, and I think they're doing it on purpose. The city's doing it on purpose because they want to get away with these scandals that's happening.
Okay, so what about
Okay, so they
Washington
make
and
it
stuff
boring.
like that? I've never seen an interesting,
Hey, baby steps. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take care of it. Right. Graphics.
This is mainly to put out info. I don't want people to be sidetracked by something going on. You got Joe Padula on side.
No. All you have to do. I'm serious. You add templates like this. Okay. Hey, Bay, how you doing? All right, there's the city council, and you guys got that, but it's terrible angles and it's terrible cameras. Okay. Hey.
What about a cool
Donald?
What about a cool transition? Stuff like that.
Yeah. We
some
do
star
swirls.
wipes and
When you go from person to person, the cool transition shot.
We can do
I
that.
think we might be able to have that in the technology somewhere.
But what you guys also need to add is High Honorable DaJuan Little, says Robin Little, by the way. Okay? So, nonetheless.
That's my mom. Love you, Mom.
And you add, like, the chat features, and you have someone in these councils also bringing up, someone who's monitoring the chat. You need an intern, to monitor the chat feed for these live broadcasts.
Yeah.
public.
I'm telling you.
Is your intern
No,
done?
but here's the thing. Intern Shane's at Austin Peay today. Well, to be honest with you, bad weather. I think he has a problem driving in bad weather, and he's ashamed to admit it. So, but nonetheless. But anyway, I'm telling you, hire us. We'll run it all, and it'll only cost you. Guess not $20,000. I'll cut it in half. $10,000 a month we'll settle for.
$10,000 a month.
Okay,
Wow,
we will settle for $10,000 a month.
That is.
I know. Only because
That
we
is
love
actually,
you.
you drive a hard bargain,
Yeah.
sir.
Only because we love you.
A hard bargain. You know
Anyone
what?
else, I would have been
Is
25.
that the family and friends discount?
That is below cost.
It's because you're a homeowner now.
Okay. Yes, because I love this city so much. $10,000 a month, and we will run.
You know what's crazy
the
is
social
that
media and the live.
what are you gonna do with people when they start? You know, you're just as upset about your tax money going somewhere. Somebody's gonna be like, my tax money's going to Joe Padula.
Yeah. Well, for $10,000, I'll take care of those people too. You know what I mean? Right. Don't worry about it. You'll get less complaints, I guarantee.
Okay.
Right.
Hopefully you're right. I don't know. We gotta take this. We gotta take this up to the council for a meeting.
I'll tell you.
I'm just letting you know. If we take it to the council, we're going to deliberate about it. You might, there's some people who might say a couple choice things about you. I don't know.
Listen, I got people complaining about me already because I talk about saggy boobs sometimes. Okay, nothing bothers me now.
Not anymore.
Well, I just did. But I'll tell you what, I love it when we're able to just have shows like these where it's just boom, spitfire conversations about relevant stuff that is effective to us. Lawyer Wayne, what'd you learn on the show today?
Well, learn more about the Roxy. I had some questions about it. Wanted to get it straight. I heard some rumors.
You went into lawyer mode. Did you see that? How he questioned?
Yeah.
Right? Did
I
you
know.
see that?
I
wanna
felt
know
like
the
I was on the
facts.
stand.
Yeah.
I was like,
DaJuan Little's like, I
what
do.
I was like,
know what's going on here.
objection.
This is a lot of
Objection.
lot of money.
I'll find out some more information about a couple different things that were pinging my brain.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna find out some more and I'll let you know.
All right.
LawyerWayne.com. He's a good lawyer. You know, go check him out. LawyerWayne.com. And he refused to watch the Super Bowl. And he's not drinking this month. Me neither. We're on day 10, huh, Lawyer Wayne?
That's right.
Crazy. DaJuan Little.
Sir, yes, sir.
The one and only. Oh, is that the mayor calling? He's pissed? Is he pissed at you? Who's pissed at you?
No.
Oh, no.
Who's mad at you?
Nobody's mad.
Okay.
I hope not.
Of course nobody's mad at you. That's why nobody ran against you. You ran unopposed, man.
That's a blessing.
Nobody wants to run against you.
He's saying that now. I'm
It's
going to
that-
have like 5 people lined
It's
up.
that damn smile.
I'm working on it too. I got braces now.
You
I'm
do
working
it
on
all.
the good smile.
We're in here. Let me show the picture, okay? I was stalking you at this meeting. Here, let's go to DaJuan Little real quick. Hold on.
Former director of.
Hold on.
Had to be confident.
Oh, this is the propaganda video that with all this wokeness. Enough with the wokeness. I can't wait for Vondell to get in here.
It was weird to have that
Gotta stay
video
woke.
talking as if the city's going to have some say in how things are going to be run.
Red will serve as our chaplain of the day.
Oh, sorry.
Councilperson Holloman will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. If you would, please stand if you'd wish.
Oh yeah, we found out about the sign language people.
Oh, yeah.
All right, hold on. Back it
Yeah,
up.
it's
mandatory
two
to have
people
sign
doing
language.
sign language.
Yes, they trade off.
Yeah, they tag
I
team.
guess you get tired.
You know what's crazy is we had a meeting that lasted till about 12:30, and I looked over at him and I just felt so bad.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. I felt
Here
bad
he is.
for him.
Here he comes. All right, so fast forward this. Fast forward
And
this.
Councilperson Little, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mayor. And thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, look at him. Styling, profiling. I don't need to button my top button tie. Screw you. Let's get to the nitty gritty.
A lot of that.
Are those your
and I
3
wanna
water
thank
bottles?
the citizens- No, I got 1 water bottle. I think the other 2.
The other guys
Yeah, look at Vondell. He's down on one right there.
Councilperson Richmond.
Yeah. Oh, Richard Garrett, right.
No, Richmond.
Oh,
Vondell
is that
Richmond.
Vondell? Yeah, that's Vondell. I couldn't tell with the
You
goatee.
just had the freezing on him. Just
Yeah.
in the community.
Yeah.
Reaching out. Also, they were very proactive.
Did you want to take one of these Tic Tacs, by the way?
And he
That Wallace Red was.
he was shaking them. When he shook them at
Yeah.
me, I was like, "Dang, I thought you couldn't smell me through these glass panes. I guess my breath
Why
was
is
sinking or something."
Why is Councilman Wallace Red shaking Tic Tacs at you?
Also, like, they were very proactive. Little.
Look at this. Watch this.
And everything. People love the Roxy. I love the Roxy. I am getting some.
No, and I hear you. And we all love the Roxy, but
I did get compliments on my outfit.
But we're talking about other things here where, damn, we just don't want to friggin'. Of course, you got compliments on your outfit, man. You look good.
Oh, thank
you. Look good. You're making city council look good.
You're making me blush.
No, forget about it, man. You keep doing what you're doing and keep coming on the show and telling us about everything.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate that.
This is my second, third home.
Awesome. We need you in more often. I missed you. Last time you were in here was September. That's way too long ago.
That was a while ago.
It's too long ago. Where we had our pectoral off. But a bing, 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 bing. Right.
Yeah, working on my pec somewhere.
It's good.
Getting that.
DaJuan Little, what'd you learn on the show today? Anything stand that for you? Or you just taught us everything?
I did learn a little. I mean, kind of. Gorilla Glue is not the best adhesive for hair.
It is not.
Nope.
Apparently.
Damn. She made $19,000 on her GoFundMe.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
Damn.
You want to make some extra money? Gorilla Glue your hair. Do not try that at home.
Don't do it. And here's the thing. People go, oh, I'm going to do something stupid and do GoFundMe too and get the publicity.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I feel bad for even talking about it because, boom, we put...
I mean, that's the biggest thing about the TV, movie, TV show Jackass is they were doing stupid stuff and getting paid from it. And
was it stupid, though, or was it brilliant?
I saw some stuff that was like entertaining-wise, but...
How about when they put the porta-john on the human slingshot thing, right?
Oh, my God.
And Steve O, he's strapped in and once it goes up and it comes down, DaJuan Little.
Sir, yes, sir.
Councilman, Ward 3.
I'm trying my best.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
If anybody would ever need to get in contact with me, please reach out to me. Email me. You can find out all my contact information on the City of Clarksville webpage.
That link is in this video link and audio link right now.
Contact me, email me, let me know what your questions, concerns are.
Yeah.
And if I don't get back to you right away, just know I'm working on getting you that answer. I will respond to you.
Send him hate mail. He loves it. Did you get any
I always
hate
say
mail?
haters make you look good.
Yeah.
I haven't got any hate mail.
Lawyer Wayne sends me hate mail.
Do I?
From people.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, stay encouraged.
It was Rob from the cigar shop. He brought something up the other day. I knew it. Okay. DaJuan, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'll be back more.
Good. Good, because I'll see you at the city council meetings. Bam, bam, bam. Here, I'll show you. Here, where is it?
You need more of that at the city council. Time's up.
DJ. I would intentionally run the time up just to hear you come in and say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, DaJuan Little!
Yeah.
I'm already more hype. I feel like
Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Joe Pitts.
DJ.
You think I'll ask Mayor Pitts when he's on next week?
I think you need to go ahead and make everybody on the council their own
intro.
Intro theme
All right,
or something.
you drive a hard bargain, $5,000 a month.
All right.
Okay.
You know what?
$5,000 a month to run your streaming.
You sound like somebody in the mall at a kiosk, and I just keep on talking them lower on the price.
Yes. If the Roxy could get $20,000 a month for I don't know what they're doing for us. Okay, I get what they're trying to provide. I haven't seen a show there in how long?
I want to hear their side of the story.
Agreed.
I don't want to come out too hard against it. I want to hear their side of the
story. And I get
it.
They had to pay bills and everything, but now that they don't own the building.
I want to say the Roxy is a treasure. The Roxy is a treasure.
Agreed.
And so
I want to see receipts. if it's our money. I have the same argument for welfare recipients. Okay? If tax dollars are being given to you, there needs to be accountability of what you're doing with said tax dollars money. It's just transparency.
These are two different things. So you're talking about a business. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about a business that is going to be operating to meet the needs of the citizens.
This isn't
if
welfare.
I'm buying food off
this
of
is
food stamp,
welfare.
off of welfare,
there's a difference
and stuff like that. That's
right.
going to feed me and take care of me, not the citizens.
Right. Listen, if you're getting $20,000 of taxpayers' dollars,
the business owners aren't getting to keep any of that.
I know. Well, I want to see.
They're volunteers.
We need
I
to.
assume.
Do we not need to see the receipts?
For shizzle dizzle.
You're damn right. Okay.
Snoop
well,
Doggy
because
Dogg.
they're nonprofits, you actually can.
2, 1, 2, 2.
Sorry.
You can say all their expenditures and everything they bring in.
What else do I got in here? That's the next thing I'm going to work on is a sound effect board for intern Shane. If it's not snowing. It doesn't come in when it's not snowing. When it's not when it's snowing, raining. Bay, what'd you learn on the show today? What stood out for you, brother?
The glue.
The friggin' glue. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Crazy glue.
Just when you
Crazy
think,
glue.
Just when you think people can't do something else, they
Right.
find something else to do.
What did I learn on the show today? I learned that the roundabout is not going to be on the 101st Parkway. Thank God.
Right.
It never clicked in my head that that's what you guys were talking about.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, no, it won't be there. That's a terrible idea.
Oh,
yeah.
People that go 60 and 70 miles per hour out of nowhere a roundabout? That's a terrible idea.
Oh, my God. All right. Hey, we'll see you next time. Thank you for enabling us to have a conversation here on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
This is Lawyer Wayne. Check me out at lawyerwayne.com and check me out on TikTok at Lawyer Wayne.